The adorable cottage you see behind me was built in 1906 as a vacation home for people traveling on the Long Island Railroad to the sleepy little seaside village of Stony Brook. I'm Shaughnessy Dessling from eXp Realty, and this is the story of 7 Maple Avenue, Stony Brook. While hosting an open house, I met a woman who lives nearby. Her very dear friend used to live in the house from 1979 until 1989, and she had many lovely stories and found history to share.
When I first saw this house, Bernie saw the potential. Her husband, Bernie, saw this potential. Well, when I walked in, all I saw was old, really old, with pull string lights in the bedroom. And I'm like, Bernie, there are pull strings in here. Don't worry about that. That's easy to take care of.
And there was also a stone on the back of this property, and etched in the stone were the words Shady Nook. And so we referred to this house as Shady Nook.
So we think that the original house was literally from that wall to that wall and probably the porch. And then we had a party one summer day, and we had just had the roof done, and literally we had all kinds of leaks. And we were running around putting pails everywhere. And I'm like really concerned. And Bernie said, don't worry about it. We just need a little flashing. It'll all be fine. The doorbell. I'm glad they kept it. Ooh. Wow. And this is the original door. But the original door, we had a purple or pink. It was a bright color, not a muted yellow or green. The porch boards are still the original. Bernie replaced those. And then he jacked up the porch because it was sinking. I don't know how he did all that work.
But basically the 5 of us would be in the kitchen preparing whatever. And next door in that house was this man.
At first he was single.
He was single for a long time. He was drop dead gorgeous. And we jokes would be at that window, oh, and then once in a while he would come over, and we were like speechless.
This is how we used to watch Fred. We'd been looking for him. We did have something. What was on this wall? What? There was a counter here.
The stove was there, that big old
ugly stove. Right.
And I used to come during the week, during the excavation or the renovation, and it was full of rat dung. I mean, this place was a mess.
One summer, Fred decides to cut the privet, and I'm like, oh, no, he's cutting the privet. Because, you think like, oh, no. Bernie said, no, they'll cut it, that's good, it'll all come back. So Fred cut the whole thing down, and then look at it today, it's still here. So it came back. But in the spring, when those windows would be open in the kitchen, the smell of the privet would just fill the whole house. And so I was down in Provincetown a week or so ago, and I just smelled privet. And I went, oh my God, that's Shady Nook. Gotta ring the bell. And then you come in, and then you see those rooms, and they didn't look like that. But the bedrooms literally are the same size that they were then. So basically, but the kitchen and the bathroom to me are like magical now. Well, these little jars were in the attic. In the front of the house, above the porch, there's a small window. So the summer, which would have been the spring, summer of '79, we were working on this house. It was a group effort with the Flynns, and somebody went up to the attic up there to see what was behind that window. It was the only way to get to see what was there was to go through that little window. And then we found a box, and in the box there were baby clothes, and there were 4 of them, now there are only 2. And they all had covers, but since I've lost most of the covers, and but I do use them. I put my cotton balls in one, and my
Q-tips.
My Q-tips in the other. Thank you.
We went up to the attic thinking there'd be buried treasure or something wonderfully hidden up there, and
baby clothes.
Baby clothes and the jars, and that was it. Spiders.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. This is a pleasure to see this and see what he did with it. I mean, I'd almost want to move back in.
I know. It's very, very inviting.
Meeting with these ladies and engaging in the history and the story that lives within these walls really made my day. Long Island is so rich in history, especially the Three Village area. If you have a home with an interesting story to tell, call me. I want to hear it.